Donald Trump was impeached on Wednesday, January 13th, making him the first president in American history to face impeachment twice. The impeachment resolution introduced just one article, incitement of insurrection. While the document cited the president's long-standing refusal to accept the election results, including his phone call with Georgia's Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, in which he urged the state official to find enough votes to overturn Georgia's election, this information was essentially provided as background for the central charge. What prompted the impeachment proceedings were the events of January 6th, the storming of the Capitol building, following a Trump rally near the White House, in which Trump reaffirmed his false claims about a rigged election and encouraged his supporters to march on the Capitol. But Trump's second impeachment is just one of the penalties he has and may soon face as a result of his actions on that day. In this video, I'm going to break down a number of others, so let's get into it. What are the consequences? After the storming of the Capitol on Wednesday, January 6th, many called on the president to resign, which he has declined to do. Others called for his removal through the 25th Amendment. Mike Pence is said to oppose this process, despite the fact that he was a target in the Capitol riots. The other process to remove the president is, of course, impeachment. But Trump is not facing an early exit no matter the result. While a Senate conviction can theoretically remove a president from office, Mitch McConnell has made it clear that Trump's second impeachment trial will not take place until after he is already out. That doesn't mean the impeachment trial is meaningless, however. If convicted, Trump could be barred from ever holding public office again. Congress has been working quickly to move forward with the impeachment process. House lawmakers introduced an article of impeachment on Monday, January 11th. Trump was impeached on Wednesday, January 13th, just 1 week after the storming of the Capitol building. While the Democratic-controlled House was always likely to impeach, it's unclear whether there will be enough votes in the Senate to convict. 10 Republican House members joined Democrats in voting for impeachment, but no Republican senator has explicitly claimed they would support a conviction at the time of this recording. The Senate trial will proceed after the next Congress is seated, so while the Senate is currently under Republican control, the Democrats will be in the majority when proceedings are underway. This is thanks to the Democratic runoff victories of Raphael Warnock and Jon Ossoff, defeating Republican incumbents Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue. Still, the Democratic control of the Senate will be narrow, exactly 50% plus 1, thanks to the tie-breaking vote of Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. In order to actually convict a president on impeachment charges, a 2/3 majority vote is required. So even though the Senate will be in Democratic hands, a full third of GOP senators would have to vote to convict for that to happen. That said, it's not inconceivable. GOP Senate leader Mitch McConnell is said to support the process. Senators Pat Toomey, Ben Sasse, and Lisa Murkowski have also all made statements that suggest they might consider conviction. Of course, there's pretty good reasons why some GOP senators might want to convict Trump. He's very likely planning to run in 2024 and very likely to be a top, if not the top, contender for the Republican nomination. An ambitious senator eyeing a presidential run themselves might see the impeachment process as a way of clearing Trump out of the running. Impeachment alone, of course, does not prevent Trump from running, but if convicted in the Senate, he could be disqualified from holding political office in the future. Plenty of Republican senators might want to eliminate Trump from contention for another reason, simply that they believe he's pushing the party in the wrong direction. Another bad sign for Trump came shortly after the insurrection was over. While more than a dozen Republican senators had claimed they would object to at least one state's election result, a number of them backed down after the riot. It remains unclear whether Trump will be convicted in the Senate, or whether that conviction will include a ban on future presidential runs. But there are yet other consequences he's facing right now. A number of top Trump officials, including cabinet members, have resigned from the Trump administration, citing the Capitol riot as the final straw. Recent departures include Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos, Secretary of Transportation Elaine Chao, Chief of Staff to First Lady Melania Trump Stephanie Grisham, Deputy Press Secretary Sarah Matthews, and Special Envoy to Northern Ireland and former Acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney. Numerous social media platforms have banned Donald Trump or Trump-related groups, including Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Snapchat, Reddit, Discord, Shopify, TikTok, and Stripe. Even his beloved Twitter account has been removed. Perhaps the biggest consequences Trump will face are still in the offing. The Department of Justice has not ruled out bringing charges against President Trump, who will become a private citizen after leaving office. In a video message shared the day after the Capitol riot, Trump committed to a peaceful transfer of power, acknowledging that a new administration would be inaugurated on the 20th of January. Although, according to reporting by the succeeding New York Times, Trump later expressed regret about releasing that video. It's unclear if this was regret over the commitment to a smooth transition or other statements uttered in the same clip. Trump also condemned the rioters in strong terms in that video, claiming, "The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy." He also said, "To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country, and to those who broke the law, you will pay." Unsurprisingly, many Trump voters expressed feelings of betrayal on social media and in far-right chat rooms. Conspiracists on Parler and elsewhere even suggested the video was a deep fake, despite the fact that it was originally released through Trump's own account. As Trump continues to retroactively denounce the violence, perhaps as a ploy to avoid legal consequences, he may sap the faith of his most fervent supporters. Trump's following has long been fiercely loyal, to the point where I don't think it would be entirely unfair to say he has a cult of personality. Trump described their almost irrational loyalty himself in his infamous statement, "I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters." But what about the rioters themselves? How far does their loyalty go? Will even they continue to support a president who has now condemned them for an act that they themselves must believe they did at his behest? Or will they somehow manage to continue to find a way of still supporting a guy who appears to have betrayed them? In truth, I can't really say for sure. When Trump condemns his own supporters, what are the consequences?
Oh, I remember how we used to run the street, yeah. I pulled a James, came from Akron with the heat, yeah. Man, I can't believe that I wasted all my energy on somebody who would turn into my enemy. But look, life is like a merry-go, 'cause round and round we go. Shame on me for trying to fix something that was broke. Hold up, one day we hit.